Hi, my name is Clayton Kilduff. I'm the lead art teacher here at Folks Middle School, and I have the pleasure this year of teaching both of our high school level 8th grade classes in art. I'm teaching High School Art 1, which on your schedule will be Art 1 HS, or I'm also teaching the Art 3 class, which is also the Advanced Art class, and it's again high school credit. I'm originally from New Britain, Connecticut, which is the geographic center of the state. It's also the home of Stanley Tools and Fafner Bearing. As a result of going to New Britain High School, I'm a mighty hurricane. I promise not to blow you out of class. The first university I attended was Boston University. The first degree I picked up was my Bachelor of Fine Arts in Sculpture. I've been a fine artist all my life, and I needed to pursue that first before I started getting into my other interests. I'm certified here in the state of Texas to teach art from kindergarten through 12th grade. I'm also certified to be a special education generalist, again from kindergarten through 12th grade, meaning I can help kids learn in any curricular area. Prior to being a teacher in public education, I was working in the private sector. I worked for a multinational conglomerate, and I helped people learn their jobs and then help them improve in their jobs. I've always been a teacher too. When I'm not teaching, I'm at home making art. I'm married. Mrs. Kilduff and I have been together for 30 years. I have 2 kids. My oldest is a grown-up. She lives in Austin. She works for UT Austin at the Moody School of Communication. I'm very proud of her. My son-in-law works for CODIS in Austin. He's a crime scene investigator, and he works with genetic material to solve crime. My youngest is a sophomore at Alamo Heights High School, and she's a fine arts kid. This year she's taking visual art, she's taking theater, and she's really devoted to the band. She plays French horn. I'm very proud of her too. For coursework this year, if you're taking High School Art 1, we're going to be doing a survey course. Now, you don't need to have taken any art before. This is the class for you if you've never taken art before at all. And what it's going to do is get you high school credit. And you need a high school fine art credit in order to graduate once you're a senior. So you're getting that done early. That's a really intelligent choice, so good job. We're going to cover a little bit of everything. We're going to talk about formal drawing. We're going to talk about expressive drawing. We're going to talk about how to paint, the different types of painting you can do. We're going to do some sculpture. We're going to do some things virtually, and hopefully you're going to come back to the classroom, and we're going to do some things in here too. But we're going to cover a lot of different media. You'll notice I talked about projects. This is a performance-based class, so you have to do the projects in order to pass the class. We'll talk about grading in a minute, though. First, I'm going to talk about Art 3. So if you're taking Art 3, you're taking Advanced Art. That means you've done all of the art classes here at Folks, and this is the final one, the highest one. Now, this is going to be a little different. You're still getting high school credit, and it's still valuable and important for you to graduate. You've got to have that fine art credit to graduate in the state of Texas. But this class is going to be tailored a little more to your needs and your wants and desires because you've shown an interest in art. So we're going to talk about some formal things about drawing. We're going to do a really formal still life so I can teach you some things about how to draw realistically. We're going to do a painting, again, realistically. And then everything after that, I don't know what we're doing yet because you haven't told me. This class is going to be based on your wants and needs. Art 3 is designed every year based on what the students are looking to pursue. And I get a new bunch of kids every 8th grade year. And that means I rewrite the class every year based on what you're interested in. So we're going to talk about that when we have our online discussions. And we'll talk about what you want to do and how you want to do it. And then I'm going to write some content for you. So some years we do a lot of sculpture, some years we do a lot of painting, some years we do a lot of stuff we haven't done before, like batik and different textile things. There are a lot of different things in art that I can teach you. We're going to see what you're interested in. That's going to guide the Art 3 class. Now, grading for both classes is the same. They're both high school level, and this is dictated by the district. The 2 categories we work with, one is formative and the other is summative. Formative makes up half of your grade. There are a lot more of those assignments though. So you have like daily work, you have our warm-ups, you have discussions, you have sketches for drawing when you're going through and thinking about what you're doing. Summation is the end. So summative assignments are again 50% of your grade, but they're a little more important because there are fewer of them. That's usually like the final copy of a project, the actual sculpture rather than the sketches, or the actual drawing, the actual painting. It's also going to cover your critiques where you're being analytical of your own work, and it's going to cover our quizzes and tests. Quizzes and tests are going to be kind of important, especially because this is a high school level class. In both classes, we have a midterm and a final that you need to pass. We'll talk about that more a little bit once we're in class, though. Parents, I'm going to chat with you just for a minute here. I strongly suggest you make a Schoology account so you can see what we're doing in class. I like my parents to know what my classroom is looking like and what we're doing, because your kid is incredibly precious to you. I don't expect you to do anything different with your kiddo than I do with mine. My youngest is a sophomore, and when I have a question for her teachers, I ask. I want to know what she's doing in class because I want to make sure she's getting a good education. I know you feel the same for your kiddo. You are more than welcome to ask me any questions you have about class, and I'll be happy to try and answer them to the best of my ability. If for some reason you're unable to connect with us online, please let me know. Send me an email, and I'll be happy to try and get you some help or some resources so that you can get into our virtual classroom. I want you to know how your kids are doing, and I want you to see what they're doing, because in this studio every day, they're amazing, and I get to watch that. It's my privilege to see that every day. I want to share that with you. As far as tutoring is concerned, while we're virtual, I have 2 sets of office hours. On Wednesday mornings, I'll be available from 8 to 8:30 to give you some help or to do one-on-ones. And then on Thursday afternoons, we'll go from 4:15 to 4:45. And again, that's extra outside of class time. Other than that, I look forward to seeing you all in class. Be good, and I'll see you for our first Zoom session, which will be the first 15 minutes of your class period. That's it. Thank you. I look forward to seeing you.